Lost Signal, dropped as part of the seasonal weapon set for Echoes, obtainable from failsafe vendor packages, focusing on Act 1 Echo activities. This grenade launcher is fully craftable and presents an entirely new archetype, the Area Denial Frame, firing pulls similar to how Witherhoard functions with burst fire. It's of the stasis element, leaving a glowing pool of stasis goo when fired, which is really cool aesthetically. This archetype in lower content slaps for clearing lower tier red bars, but really struggles to do any damage to yellow bars at all. Its utility is perfect for spawn trapping adds when you know where they're about to spawn in, and can lock down areas of the arena where adds can swarm in. It can also be used as utility damage when doing DPS on bosses, as it does damage over time. Although the damage is not great, it still contributes to your total damage when firing the GL and swapping to heavy, making it easier to proc perks like bait and switch. I have a big problem with this weapon. We already mentioned it. It literally tickles yellow bars. Like, you might as well damage them with primaries. The archetype needs a significant buff to yellow bar combatants to make it useful against them, especially when in expert difficulty. Talking of expert, unless you have a role that significantly increases damage, don't bother with it. It doesn't do enough damage to warrant a slot in your builds. However, we saw what Bungie did with heavy wave frame GLs, significantly buffing their damage. Maybe this frame could do with the same treatment. At least for the time being, in higher difficulties this season, when using Overcharged Armory artifact perk, it gets a 25% damage buff in endgame, which can stack with other damage perks, making it a little bit usable. Another cool thing about this weapon is its transcendent energy returns. It's a lot. Doing consistent damage with a burst quickly fills up your darkness bar, making it very useful on prismatic builds, but arguably the pool does the same thing and has more utility. Sigh. On a more positive note, it has a strong ammo economy, allowing it to be used alongside other special elemental weapons such as Indebted Kindness and Buried Bloodline, and could roll lead from gold too. Its origin trait, Radiolaria Transposer, on multi-kills causes a small explosion and spawns a Radiolaria pool that does some damage over time, but the damage is less than the actual weapon's tick damage. It helps, I guess. Finding this video informative so far, slap that like button and sub to help this channel grow so that I can leave my day job. Only kidding, I do these videos for fun as I'm passionate about all things Destiny. The support you guys give me wheels me on. Let's talk perks. From a ability build point of view, there are some good options for grenade and class abilities. This weapon's damage bonus can be increased all the way to 35% with some good reload perks to choose from. Starting with the third column, we have Strategist. I love this perk personally. Warlocks that use the Helion aspect can make good use of it thanks to its class ability energy returns on kill. Lead from Gold, as we already mentioned, can roll here too, giving you near infinite ammo when using double specials, and then you have reload perks such as Stats for All, Threat Detector, and Feeding Frenzy. All three can go to hell! Auto-loading holster trumps all of them, eliminating the need to reload. Unless you're going for a build-specific role, look no further than Autoloader. For the fourth, I want to start with Demolitionist. Now, if you're on a Getaway Artist Warlock and using Helion, this perk can be paired with Strategist in the third, allowing you to quickly regain energy for both abilities when clearing adds. Then we have Vorpal Weapon, granting a 15% damage buff when fighting bosses. This perk I would recommend if using this weapon as a shoot and swap to heavy weapon, as it simply adds more damage to your DPS. Unrelenting is okay, healing on multi-kills, but I would rather go for One for All, the perk that grants a 35% damage increase when tagging free combatants, and this procs as soon as damage starts. This is by far the best perk on this weapon for general use. Reverberation is a new one, allowing explosions to be larger, but requires setup and is very situational. It's just Anyway, unfortunately this weapon does not roll stasis synergy perks, which is a shame. Imagine a chill clip roll, what it could do. At the end of the day, it's the first of its kind. No doubt we will get some fun rolls in the future. Moving on to the god roll section. Disclaimer, my opinion may differ to yours. God rolls are subjective, leave a comment if you disagree with my pick. The base weapon already has 100 blast radius, effectively extending the area of the pools fired, so don't build more into this. Go for handling and velocity as reload is absolutely nullified. Quick launch grants the weapon a big boost of velocity and handling, granting very high handling to the weapon when paired with a handling masterwork, whilst high velocity rounds grants a significant boost of velocity, nearly maxing the stat out. Auto-loading holster for generic usage, paired with One for All for mob clearing, or Vorpal for boss damage swapping. If you want ability spam, go for the Strategist demo pairing. This weapon is very situational. It's best used for encounters where you know adds are going to spawn in waves. It's not the best weapon for generic use, and really struggles in high-end activities. Without One for All, this weapon is practically useless. It's B tier at most. Don't get me wrong, it's really fun to use in lower content, but for high-end activities, it will be taking up space in your vaults. That's it, folks. Slap that like button and sub if you found my voice slightly less than irritating, and thank you for watching. Warlock builds coming up, and I have an eye on numerous brand new heavy weapons that have released recently. Watch this space. This was Plasma Alchemist. Thank you for watching. Peace, Guardians.